Hello, my name is Darren Thomas. In this particular video, I'll be providing a demonstration of how to use the referencing tools that are available inside Microsoft Word. As you know, APA is a standard referencing system that is used throughout the social sciences. And one of the major headaches of APA is remembering all the details of where to put the commas and the parentheses and what to italicize, etc., etc. It's a big headache, and many students struggle with this. And so Microsoft, being aware of this, has created an automatically formatting referencing system that is available with inside Microsoft Word 2007 and 2013. This demonstration in this particular video is going to be using Microsoft Office Word 2007. So you can see here that I have my sentence that I would like to provide a reference for. Basically, it just says here, male students in high-risk majors such as computer science are much more likely to commit academic cheating. Now, I didn't make this up. This is not my thought. So I need to provide a reference, or I need to indicate to the reader where this idea came from. Of course, if you're familiar with academic writing, this is the standard practice to give credit to other people. So I found this source right here on good old-fashioned Google. As a matter of fact, if I can make this a little bit bigger for you, you can see right here, this is obviously the title of the paper. You have the name of the journal right here, and then you have the author's names down here. And below you have the abstract. So this is, of course, a very common way to find resources on the internet. So what I like to do is, first of all, I like to have two screens. So I can see both my Word screen and also what's happening in Chrome, because that's the web browser that I'm using. So I put the two screens next to each other. That's one of the first things I do. This saves time, because what happens is that you're pasting, copy paste, and it can take a lot of time if you go switching between the screens. Now the next thing I want to do is I want to put a space after the last word. I've already done that, and I want to put in manage source. So to find manage source is under the tab reference, and then you click right here on manage source. And right now it's empty because I'm about to create my first reference, or my first work that I'm going to cite. So to do that, I can't make this any bigger for you, but I'm already inside what they call the source manager. I need to click on new because I'm going to put in a new reference. And then I know it's very hard to see this, but under type of source, you have to indicate to Word what type of document are you citing from. Now, I know that this is an academic journal article, so I'm going to click on the little drop-down box here and click on journal article, as so. And if you watch carefully, you would have saw that the other boxes here would have switched. So let me do that again. When I do book, it switches here, and then when I go to journal article, the information is switched again, because different types of documents or different types of sources require different types of information for the APA to work appropriately. Now, next thing I do is I put in author. For beginners, I'm going to show you the long way to do it to make life easier. So here we go. The first author is Trisha Bertram Gallant. So I put in Gallant, and then I put in a comma, and then I put the first initial of her first name, T, and then I put a colon, semicolon, I'm sorry, not colon, semicolon. And then I put in the name of the second author, Nancy Binkum. So Binkin, comma, first letter of the first name starts with the N, semicolon again, put a space. And the last person is Michael Donahue. So Donahue, M, done. No need to put a semicolon because he's the last person. Next, I need to put in the title. And so again, normally I just do a copy and paste for the title. But remember, for APA, when you're citing academic journal articles, you only capitalize, proper pronouns, and also like the first word of the title, or the first word after a colon. So I need to lowercase cheating, reported, being, and risk. Okay. Next, I take the Journal of Academic Ethics. Very simple. It's a copy-paste job, not very difficult. And now I need to put the year. The year is 2015. I hope you can see that off to the right. Put that in like so. And then the pages, you can see right there. This is another copy and paste job. 217 to 228. Copy it right in. Almost done. Two more pieces of information that I have to put is volume and issue number. But if you look at the create source box right now, you cannot see that information. To find that information, you must click on the little box here that says show all bibliographic fields. And then like so. And then for volume, you can see volume is 13 and issue is number 3, like so. When all the information is filled in, you press OK. Like so. And you can see right here, here's a preview down at the bottom. So if I cite this article in my actual paper, it'll look like this citation. And when I put it inside my works cited, it'll look like this bibliography entry down below. So I click close. I'm almost done. Now I must put this information in my actual document, and then I will show you how to make the works cited page. So to actually cite these authors, Tricia Gallant, Nancy Binkoon, and Michael Donoghue, I click right here on Insert Citation, and then I pick their name right there, Gallant, Binkoon, and Donoghue. And you can see right here, all their information is inside the parentheses, and it even has the year. Perfect APA. This is how it's done. By allowing Microsoft Word to do it for you, you avoid a lot of mistakes. Of course, that assumes you put the information in correctly, which is much more difficult than many people imagine. Now, before I conclude the video, I want to show you how to create the bibliography. Okay, so to do that, we have to click on Bibliography right here. It's in the same tab as References. Click on Bibliography. And there are two choices, Bibliography and Works Cited. In my discipline, we do Works Cited. I don't know what your discipline is, but for me, I do Works Cited. That's what we do in my field. So I click right here on this. And then voila, everything is right there done. And you can see it right here. It gives you their name, everything is done. There are a few things that you have to do. You might have to do this in your version of Word, or you might not. If you're familiar with APA, you know that if it's the same reference and it goes to a second line, the second line is indented. Also, APA is normally single space. So these are two things I have to fix. So for me to indent it, I hold Control T and it moves over like so. You just saw that. Let me do it again. You press Control and you press T. That's like, I guess that stands for tab or something. I'm not an expert on all the details of Word. The next thing I have to do is single space, and you can just Control 1 like that. Control 1 means single space. And so now everything is set up perfectly. And if I continue to add more and more sources, what I would have to do is update citations. When you update, Word will automatically put the sources in ABA order, alphabetical order if you will. And so you don't have to worry about that. But when you do update, you'll have to do the tab and the single space again, depending on the version of Word that you're using and how your version of Word is set up. So I hope that this was useful for you. In this video, this is what we covered. I showed you how to take a reference you find on the internet and how to put it into the source manager that is found inside Microsoft Word. I showed you how to fill out all the details for an academic journal article, and I also showed you how to place the actual in-text citation as shown here. After we finished those steps, the next thing we did was I showed you how to create the actual works cited page. This is a critical component to any research paper where there's an expectation that you cite from others and that you use appropriate APA notation or citation in your document. And so you can see here, we have our example here. You click on bibliography, and then if you're in education or the social sciences, you select works cited, and then you get this. Depending on the version of Word that you're using, you may have to single space it and also adjust the tab so that the second line of the same reference is indented as shown in the example here. So I would like to thank you for watching this video, and take care.